Hi guys, welcome to Dazzle's District. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you one of the ways to style the classic bob wig. Unfortunately, you're not going to be seeing so much of my beautiful face, but I will say a quick hello and then get back to it. I'm going to be using a couple of tools. One of them is my hot comb, which I will connect to a power source and then put on to preheat at my preferred setting. Next, I grab my straightener, which I also connect to a power source. I put on as well to preheat at my preferred setting, which is usually around 400-450. I start off with my hot comb, which I use to just push all the hair flying around and in front of the wig to the back. Then I proceed to brushing the wig viciously. After that, I go back with my hot comb and then I just keep trying to get all the hair in the front of the wig to lie down. Bear in mind, this is a frontal ear to ear. So most times I really want it lying flat. Brushing the hair again, and then I take my rat tail comb and I just comb through the entire hair, so from the top to the bottom, making sure that the comb is getting through every single strand of hair. Next, I go in with my olive oil heat protection serum. It gives a shine effect, so I really love this product. I put a few drops on my hand, I rub that in, and then I massage it into the hair. This is crucial. You need to get this in like every part of the hair because it really gives it a shine, trust me. After that, I just show you guys my hand so you can see that the oil has really entered the hair. You get me? So we brush the hair, brush it out. You can see it's already shining and looking a little better, which is what we love. Next, I'm going to be using my rat tail comb to divide the hair into 3 sections. I'm doing this to separate the back of the wig from the frontal part. Please note that I am not parting the frontal on the exact spot where it meets the bundles at the back. No, I'm leaving a bit of hair to just cover that division and make it look like scalp. I'm going to comb out the hair a bit more so that there's nothing tangled, and then I'm going to use a hairpin. Just going to pin that down. Now I'm just showing you a different angle of what I have done before I proceed to the next step. Following that, we're going to move to the back of the hair. I noticed it was a little bit dry in some places, so I decided to go back with a bit of serum and just apply this generously to those areas. Then proceed to divide the hair into 3 sections. This will really help me while I'm straightening the wig because the hair is basically sectioned into small groups and it's easier to just take care of the smaller groups one by one, and you reach your goal faster and more efficiently. When I first started styling wigs, it was really difficult for me to straighten a whole wig. It would take me so long, but after I discovered this technique of splitting the hair into 3, it really became a game changer. Back to the wig. So we start off by combing it out. Remember, the straightener was preheating, so it's really hot right now. I sling it over my arm and I'm just getting ready to jump in there. We put the straightener on the tip of the wig where the sew-in is, and then we just pull it out gently and let that simmer while it stretches out the hair. We do this continuously through the parts, step by step by step. You don't miss a layer. And here's a serious tip that I think you should know. In order to get the hair to be really straight and flat, it's better to go in smaller sections when you're straightening your wig. I'm fairly new to hairstyling and I've really just been trying to learn as many techniques as I can so I can keep growing and, getting better at it. Right now, the technique I'm using is to put the comb at the tip of the hair and then use the straightener to follow it out and then comb it immediately after. If you guys know any hairstyling tips for straightening, curling, please let me know in the comment section or refer me to any videos that you think will really help my learning process. Back to the hair, we continue to straighten and straighten, doing the same thing over and over through the layers. Remember, we sectioned the hair into 3, so we continue to take out of the sections little by little. Continue to straighten and straighten until we are completely done with the entire back. Make sure to straighten the hair in smaller sections or smaller groups if you want it to be really straight and really flat. I've really started to enjoy the time I spend styling my wigs. Apart from the fact that my straightener and I are super hot, I guess I just enjoyed the whole transformation process. So at this point, we've done a good amount of one section and we're heading into the middle section. We continue the same thing we've been doing, but we're entering the other sections and slowly making our way to finishing the back of the wig. At this point, it's a whole lot of heat, a whole lot of sectioning the hair, straightening, just doing the same process on repeat. Please make sure to use your heat defense spray if you have one. Apply enough serum so that the hair is not dry and it doesn't break when it gets touched by the heat. Please feel free to recommend any products that you think will help me while I'm straightening my hair or styling any of my wigs. Additionally, if this is your first time stopping by Dazzle's District, you're very welcome. I hope you're enjoying this video. If you've watched it this far, thank you so much. I hope you make it to the end. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you again. And if you are a first-time subscriber or viewer, thank you so much for coming by. I hope you enjoyed this content. I hope you find value in it, and I hope to see you in my next video. Moving on, we're at the front of the hair now, which is the frontal part. We just begin to part the hair. I'm gonna go in with the side parts today because I feel like I've done the center part a whole lot on this wig and I just want to try something different. So with the side part, I like it to be very precise, so I tend to go in several times with my rat tail comb so that it's really defined and there's no crooked lines, no hair out of place. Next, I go in with my wax stick and I use this to further define the styling on the frontal. This makes the hair really malleable. It makes it moldable, like you can get the hair to sit, to stand, to be in positions that you need it to be in. Without this, all the hair will just be flying around. Before I actually got my wax stick, it was a whole hell of constantly trying to use either my straightener or my curling rod because I didn't have my hot comb earlier on. So I would be using my curling one to press down those flyaways on the top of my hair. But thankfully, my wax stick really helps me to avoid all of those flyaways. Once I put the wax stick on the hair and then I use the hot comb, everything just lies down and it's just very flat and clean, and that's just how I love it. Remember guys, the key is to go in small sections, bit by bit by bit. You really have to take your time with the hot comb. Make sure to use the edge, the part where it's like a wand or like a rod, not the part where the comb or the teeth are. Even with the straightener, you have to make sure to go in smaller sections and to make sure to take your time and pull out the straightener slowly. As you can see, I am pulling out some baby hair that I had cut a previous time I wore the wig. I just pulled that out and used the hot comb to make it lie down. Continuing the process with my wax stick and my comb, I just keep hot combing and straightening the parts of the frontal as I go. Because I'm making a new parting on the frontal, I have to really make sure that it's flat so it looks seamless and clean instead of bulky or like fat. Nobody wants a fat part on their frontal. I'm really trying to take my time here, make sure that nothing is tangled and that everything is getting sleeked down and straight. At this point, I'm just showing you how far I've come. I've done the upper part of the part and now I'm going to do the bottom part of the part, and then we will style the baby hair. It's a pretty simple technique, guys. Once you master it, you just have to repeat it over and over and it will give you the desired look. I'm pretty done right now. I'm about to work on my baby hair. I'll start off by using my hairbrush to pull out the hairs I'll be using for the baby hair. I used a scissors to just trim the edges of the hair. Next, I'm just gonna use my pixie curler to curl the baby hair so that it's easier to lay. And I use my edge control to just lay that down finely. And voila, we're done. It's basically a bunch of simple steps and it gives you a beautiful result. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.